Cool. Next up is Never Die season.
Never die season.
Yes.
See that this shows that you don't have the ball knowledge you claim because never die season is 2012, 2013 San Jose. However, Houston,
Houston. Of course. Benny Ball never dies.
I know, but that's just the so San Jose, and you'll learn this as we go through our MLS history segment, which if you're still listening to this, by the way, great on you. Make sure you follow because we're doing all the great historical stuff. We'll talk about that later. 2012, 2013, Goonies Never Say Die. San Jose had like 4 or 5 results in that year that they either drew or won in the 94th minute or later. It was the most insane span of games. I mean, people were just going crazy. There's a game where Steven Lenhart, who was a striker for them, had this big blonde afro. That was his hairstyle. And they did a blonde afro giveaway. And he scored the winner in like the 95th minute. He ran in the crowd and put a wig on his hair and was running around with it. Loved Earl. 2012 MLS was peak. Like nothing will ever beat it.
Cool story. We've talked about Benny Ball never dies a million times. You should have known what I was talking about. We're talking about Houston. They are 3-0-3, 7th in the Western Conference. My top player for me, Hector Herrera, because I refuse to go with Pamine Passi.
That's who I have in my top player as well. And then I have most impressive as Amine Bassi, because I knew you were going to hate it.
I've gone Hector Herrera as most impressive. I've doubled down on the Hector Herrera. I think he's been super, super good for Houston this season. And I went with most impressive because of what we saw from him last year. I thought for sure he was just going to flop here. I thought he was going to come over, collect a check, didn't care. We're just going to kind of like jog around the field, Andrea Pirlo it. But no, he's crushing it so far this season. He's their top rated player easily on both sides. He's killing it for them. He's the heartbeat of this team at the moment. Um, and I'm just not going with a guy that has 80% of his goals as penalties. I won't do it. I don't care
Listen,
if he has 5 goals.
I love me a pen merchant, so he's in there. But I also think that he's been something to this team that they haven't had yet, and it's just somebody who's consistently, again, the number 10 creating chances, right? So, running over here to the Houston data, however you like to pronounce it. Oh, you're lagging on me a little bit. That's okay.
I didn't even say anything.
I know, but your video's lagging on me. Right. He's got 1.2 key passes a game. Hector Herrera and Carrasquilla both are also in that range. But I think the year before, let me see if I can pull up some history data or data, whatever you'd like to call it. Darwin Quintero had 2. Carrasquilla had 1. Herrera had 1, and then it fell off. Nobody was even close. So he's filled that Darwin Quintero role, and he's more central to do it. And sometimes he plays out wide as well, but I think he's having more of an impact than people.
Sure. Let's move on. Least impressive player. What do you got?
Sebastian Ferreira. My guy. What are you doing? Big, massive signing. Everybody was so hyped to have you. 1 start, 4 sub appearances, 140 minutes, 0 goals, 0 assists. Now I'm not sure if he was hurt or not. I didn't do the time to check that. Let's take a quick look here. That's too many Ferreiras.
I'll look.
Sebastian Ferreira. There he is. I don't see an injury here. Considering he's got 5 appearances in 7 games, I don't see injuries in here. I don't know if he's coming back from one.
Doesn't look like it was an injury.
Yeah, so he goes from being a 13 goal a year guy to not even getting on the field. I mean, it's kind of crazy, you know?
Yeah, this was an easy one. I also went with Sebastian Ferreira. I thought he was going to be the guy for them. I thought that they were building the team around him, but apparently not. And he is now relegated to the bench.
Yeah.
overachieving, underachieving, super easy one for me. I had Houston dead last in the Western Conference, 14th. They're in 7th. They're in a playoff spot. They're doing well. They look decent, I gotta say. I don't think that they're just kind of riding a high. Like they look decent. They look like a team that's going to compete for the playoffs. So, yeah, overachieving for sure.
I also had them overachieving, but I had them in ninth, so they're right about where I expect them to be.
You were much higher on them than I was.
Yeah, because
Um,
I know ball.
Speaking of ball, is Benny Ball working?
Yes, Benny Ball is fantastic.
Is he really Benny balling though? I feel like he's just playing a normal team, and it's just he's playing guys where they should be played, and they're being successful with it. Would you say you agree?
Yes, it
So
is.
he's not exactly Benny balling it.
Well,
He's being Ben
he
Olsen
took
right
he took time away from the game to redefine the Benny Ball strategy, and now
now.
he's
Okay.
brought it into
Okay.
Houston.
I got you. I got you. So Benny Ball 2.0 is a game changer. I'm here for it. I like it.